Hi everybody, welcome to Thursday Update. It's the day that I talk about how I did on the intentions I set on Monday. So on Monday I mentioned that I had been sick over the weekend and that I was better. Well, it came back, and so the last 2 days, and less so today, but Tuesday and Wednesday I was not feeling well. And Wednesday, both days, I sort of took the majority of the day to just try and recover. I think that was a wise choice. I feel much better. I'm also really behind on a lot of things. And also there were some balls that I dropped that I did not want to drop that I'm now looking at systems to set up so that next time I'm unexpectedly downed, we can move on. We as an organization, as a company, can still be there and show up and do what we need to do. So that's all that to say. This week was a learning experience. I feel great about it. I also don't feel great about it. You know what I mean? I feel good that we made it through. I don't feel good about the quality of work that I was doing this week as a sick person. Also, it's pandemic. We're tired. Election was hard. Everybody's working. If you are also sitting there being like, I could have done better this week, I am here to tell you, we're all very tired and stressed out. It's okay to be downed. It's okay to struggle. That is a part of getting over shit, is struggling through it. So I am reassuring myself by reassuring you. Anyway, let's get on to the intentions. The intentions were, ask myself what I can do this day to celebrate myself. That's kind of a hilarious thing to ask yourself when you're sick. But also it really helped me from, forcing myself to sit at my desk even though I was sick, from forcing myself to power through. I didn't do any of that, thank God. I seem to have still met all my milestones. Some of them not well, but I'm meeting them all. And it also allowed me to think about my goals in a way that I hadn't been thinking of them. I had been thinking about income and project goals as a monthly thing. Bills are due monthly. Invoicing is bi-monthly. Seems like a good idea to tie these goals to that timeline. But I've really been thinking about it, and after I make sort of a baseline of how much money it costs to run this business and my household and pay everyone, it's not like it gets, some of it gets more expensive, but it's not like I really need to stick to a month-to-month schedule after that. So now that I'm not just scraping by anymore, I want to change my goals so that they're running goals. So I've changed my income goals to be a running goal. So if I make, X amount of dollars, that's when I met my goal. That's when I celebrate that goal being met, regardless of the timeline. And then I increase that by 20%. After I meet that goal, that's when I meet that goal and celebrate that goal, regardless of the timeline. Obviously, we're going to have to look at things if we don't make enough money, but that's not been our problem lately. So I'm not worrying about that. I'm worrying about what works for my brain. Because what happens is at the end of the month, if I haven't met a certain goal, even if otherwise I have met it or shortly I meet it, I feel bad. And I've talked about this before, that beginning of the month freak out of oh my God, are we going to meet our goals? That doesn't help me. It's not productive. It doesn't make it easier for me to do my job or bring in money, which is one of the things I'm worried about. So I'm going to start doing this running goal of even just saying, I want to sell 2 more tickets to my talk next week. Okay. And then when I do, that's goal met, I think that is going to be a helpful way to track my goals and be able to have sort of cascading wins throughout the month. Because the truth is that I do better when I feel like I'm doing good. And when I'm meeting my goals, I feel like I'm doing good. I feel like I'm on top of the world. It's easier for me to get clients. It's easier for me to do work. It's easier for me to everything. So that's going to be my big change coming up, is I'm changing my goals around, not to be monthly, but to be sort of cascading and recurring. Once I hit a milestone, it's the goal met, and then we'll bring on the next milestone. So I can hit several goals in 1 week. I can go a couple of weeks without hitting one, and it's not going to be devastating, weight against my shoulders. So that's good. And then number 2, was avoid multitasking. I failed that. Gonna say it right now. I failed that goal. I have been multitasking partially because I don't feel well. So when I don't feel well, I'm already going really slowly. And monotasking when I'm not feeling well just kind of feels depressing because I'm not getting it done and as fast as the time I normally do. And then the other thing is, because I didn't have those fail-safes in place to have my project director take over for me once I got sick, I have been having to do double duty and play catch up and do two things at once sometimes at once. Like eat lunch and do things. That's probably why I said lunch. Yeah, I'm having a lot of meal times overlapping with work times. I'm having a lot of, I'll just review this video while I write this other document. I'm having a lot of, there's nothing to motivate me right now, so I'll put on some Supernatural and do some data entry because something has to happen. So that's been happening this week. I'm not proud of it. I'm not ashamed of it necessarily. I'm just realizing that I need to be able to be in two places at once sometimes. And because that's impossible, I either need to give some of these tasks away that I'm used to doing by myself, which is going to be probably the number one action to take, and then also say no to some things. I've scheduled too many meetings back to back this week. I've been eating in every single one of my meetings because I've been skipping lunch. I'm not skipping. I'm eating it, but I'm eating it in meetings. And that's not, overall, that doesn't help me. When I stop my day, go inside, eat my lunch away from my desk, that's when I get that good productive work right after lunch. But if I just run inside in the 15 minutes between one meeting and another meeting, grab a bunch of stuff I can fit on a plate and then come back out and eat in the meeting, that's not me being productive. That's me playing catch up. And honestly, it's me contributing to me being sicker longer, because then I don't recover like I should. So that being said, I'm going to wrap up. I'm going to go inside. It's fairly early to wrap up today, but I have everything that's time sensitive off of my plate. It's all done. I'm going to go take care of myself and make sure that tomorrow I'm back and better than ever, so I can close out the week on a high note with getting a lot of tasks done and being prepared for next week. Yeah, that's it. That's the Thursday update. How did you do on your intentions? Put them down below. See you Monday.